Tong Church of the Chinese Christian and Missionary Alliance embraces the educational philosophy of spreading the gospel through education. Since 1955, we have been providing Christian education in a holistic approach, proclaiming the truth of God and the gospel.
Our educational mission is spreading the gospel through education. As early as the 1950s, our church leaders recognized the educational needs in Hong Kong and saw that establishing schools could reach many students and parents. This is a significant evangelical field, allowing us to introduce the Christian faith to them. Through this, we aim to nurture students in their academic, moral, and spiritual development. This is the objective of the Kowloon Tong Church of the Chinese Christian and Missionary Alliance in our educational efforts.
Kowloon Tong Church of the Chinese Christian and Missionary Alliance has never ceased to uphold the philosophy of spreading the gospel through education. Today, we have established 17 schools, 4 kindergartens, 7 primary schools, 4 secondary schools, and 2 international schools.
We believe that education is extremely important, as it involves not only the transmission of knowledge, but also guiding individuals along the right path with God's truth. It spreads hope, love, and the good news that God has in store for us. Based on the truth in the Bible, we provide quality education. Thus, our educational mission is to uphold the spirit of Christ and implement a holistic education that emphasizes spiritual, moral, intellectual, physical, social, and aesthetic development. Through the proclamation of the gospel, we nurture students to live abundant lives. As reflected in the lyrics of the school hymn adopted by our 17 schools, while seeking knowledge now, we must lay a solid foundation to proclaim the truth for the Lord and seek the welfare of humanity in the future. This encapsulates the deeper meaning of our mission of spreading the gospel through education.
All our schools adopt the same school model, Proverbs chapter 9, verse 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and knowledge of the Holy One is understanding. We are committed to getting God's truth and teachings across to the children in all our 17 schools. We hold fast to the same belief, the same goal, with the same perseverance.
Our church operates Christian schools, each fostering the Christian culture through various morning assemblies, devotion meetings, worship services, class prayer sections, gospel weeks, and seasonal worship. These activities help students understand the gospel and reflect on faith and life. If good character is developed when learners are still in school, they are better equipped to face the challenges of life ahead. Good character is not built overnight, but accumulated through life experiences. Students need to establish a correct attitude towards life, cherish their existence, learn to interact with others, love themselves and love one another, care for the community, and develop good virtues to glorify God through their beautiful lives. For example, in our school, we use praise as our character development goal. Through various topics such as life education, environmental education, health education, social care, and sex education, we enable students to establish proper values and good character.
There are several ways that we can show the love of God in a Christian school. And the first is that we speak about His love. We speak about the forgiveness that God offers us. We speak about His mercy, His patience. Well, we can speak about it, but as important, we live it out as Christian educators. And so we live out what it means to be made in the image of God. We too can show patience and kindness and love to the students by the way we care for them and by the way we teach them. And so even in our teaching of the curriculum, We want to show that God's love shines through in that He looks after the world in which we live. And God's love shines through us to then love others around us.
Over the years, the Kowloon Tong Church of the Chinese Christian and Missionary Alliance has faced various challenges and changes in times while holding onto the same philosophy of spreading the gospel through education. It hasn't been easy, but we are grateful for God's guidance, which has allowed us to establish 17 schools so far, truly filled with grace. However, as mentioned earlier, times are constantly changing. While we embrace this grace, we cannot be complacent. Thus, while focusing on student education, we also give weight to our professional teaching team. Our teachers engage in various professional development and training to adapt to these changes, creating a nurturing environment that fosters student academic, character, and spiritual development. We aim for our students to live abundantly and become a new generation filled with love.
Kowloon Tong Church of the Chinese Christian and Missionary Alliance will continue to uphold the philosophy of spreading the gospel through education. We hope to promote students' diverse development as we proclaim God's truth, love, and the gospel to glorify God and seek the good of our communities.